Good morning, Kansas. I'm Alexis Padilla. Thank you for watching. The new drought monitor map is out and it has gone from bad to worse, especially out west where you see here the darkest shade of red. Parts of western Kansas were swallowed by a dust storm Friday. We now know that storm caused a fatal car crash. K-State football and its fans celebrating tonight after the Wildcats defeated TCU to win the Big 12 championship. You can see just how strong this was by some of the damage. I'm at South 137th Street East near a mobile home park, and I'm going to step out of the way to give you a better look, but we can see this appears to be someone's home. You can see an oven, a refrigerator. Compared to earlier today, conditions are looking fairly well, although some spots do look a little wet. I'm going to give you a look right here. Jeff, Emily, there are a lot of people here and many people sticking by their phones, pressing refresh as they wait for these results to come in. Remembering Bob Dole, a longtime senator, a war hero, and a Kansan. The jury was deliberating for just under 4 hours, trying to decide whether the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Cornell McNeil beat, raped, and set Letitia Davis on fire. AAA estimated travel will be near pre-pandemic levels, so gas prices are not keeping people from traveling. The national average sits at $3.78 a gallon. March is over, but the madness for KU basketball has just begun. Mask and you shall receive. Wind and rain still hasn't left here yet, but we have been searching for some damage, and I'm going to just take a look over here. This family's shed has been completely knocked over. With these cooler temperatures, especially at night, I just kind of want to go on the couch, watch some TV. All canceled flights hurt airport revenue. According to TSA estimates, those canceled flights were pretty full. Not only do fries come with that shake, a COVID vaccine does too. There was, of course, some debate about possibly moving the game forward a day, but ultimately these teams decided to leave it as is. Do you want to hear a joke?
No.
No?
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Why did the cow cross the road?
Why?
To get to the other side.
Everybody was just storming the shelters.
Just thought I was never going to see him again.
A tough pill to swallow as tornado warning sirens went off Friday in Andover.
So I called my wife and she said they saw the rotation out here when they were heading out from my girls' gymnastics practice. So she ran back in.
The tornado hit the Andover YMCA.
It sounded like a freight train. And explosions, like I don't know if it was from cars hitting the building or what.
Staff members rushed to get everyone to safety.
She was horrified, but she said it felt pretty sturdy. But she said my daughter was just screaming the whole time and just asking for me.
As soon as the winds calmed, Russell Green rushed to the Y to see his wife and daughter.
She was heading out that way looking for the car. It was gone. It's right here, but
they're over there.
Yeah, it came about a good 50 yards or something, but she couldn't find it, and I just yelled her name, went and hugged him, picked up my girl.
At least a dozen cars damaged, some tossed and thrown into the gym.
Walking out and it's night and day, you know, everything's just destroyed. Cars destroyed. No insurance.
A common thought, material things can be replaced.
Don't care if we're down two cars now because we got a flat getting over here over all the debris, but just glad they're okay. That's all that matters. So.
Like I said to the staff, just thankful to be here.
I already knew who did it. I knew that he wasn't convicted of it, but we knew who did it. We knew it was Stephen Hanks, the neighbor.
That man now in custody on suspicion of second-degree murder for the death of 23-year-old Mary Robin Walter on January 24th, 1980.
Blocked a lot of it out because knowing how many times she was shot, I had nightmares as a child up until the age of 12.
Walter's daughter, Pamela, only 5 at the time.
My dad is the one that found her, and in my dreams, it was me at the age I was at that time.
Hanks was originally a person of interest in the case. Despite numerous interviews with witnesses and leads followed, the case went cold. Fast forward to April of this year.
After taking a fresh look at the case, it became evident that some of the information had been initially overlooked and some had been added at a later date. This was unknown to the original investigators.
In October, new evidence was found. It was enough to submit to the prosecutor and get an arrest warrant.
A lot of investigators have tried to close this case, and we were unable at that time to get the information we needed. My group of detectives worked very hard on this. This was a matter of the right people in the right place at the right time.
42 years later, an arrest finally made.
I think my dad would be relieved. I just hope that he is sorry for what he's done. He's remorseful. But even if he's not, he can't change my heart, as I forgave him a long time ago.
He brings a lot of joy and happiness to people.
One video at a time. This is Trent. You might know him by his handle, Drawings by Trent. He has severe autism.
He does not have conversational speech. He knows words, he can read, he can write, he can spell, is a very good speller, but he cannot process thoughts into language.
Put a pen in his hand, though. Can you do a seahorse giraffe, Trent? It's a different story.
So he's just always drawn. He's never had any lessons. It's just this natural kind of God-given thing that he has.
The 24-year-old from El Dorado was huge on TikTok.
A unicorn wearing a Christmas sweater.
Drawing unique animal mixes in a matter of seconds.
It just took off, and it went from a few followers to thousands in a very short amount of time.
Trent recently passing the 1 million mark for followers.
And they say watching Trent draw helps to calm me. It brings me joy and peace. And that is incredible.
His creative gift bringing more than smiles, but a lesson.
The people in your community, the people in your family, don't hide them or their personality from people, because you don't know who you're going to bless.